I'm on my way to a place called Bacup, which is a village or a town, not really sure which one. I've come up here to take a gamble. Yeah, a gamble. You see, I've been offered a car, but the gamble is I don't really have the money for this car. But it looks like it's a real winner. Once a month, I get a bit of cash put my way from a company called Google, and it's down to making YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos consistently, and they pay me to do it. They don't pay me to do it, advertisers pay me. They pay them, and YouTube, well, basically I get some money out of doing YouTube videos. Not loads, but it's enough to tide me over most of the time. And I believe I have enough money there, just about, to keep me going, if I'm careful, for a couple of weeks before I have to do something, before I have to get money again from somewhere else. So the last thing I need to do is then use that bit of money buying a car. But the offer's a bit too good to refuse. And at the price it is, I could just simply flip it, get my money back, and have a bit extra as well. This has been offered to me. Yeah, to me. It's been offered to me rather than the car being scrapped. Mystery vehicle uncovered, isn't it? You know what it is just by the look of this. You could probably tell what it would be by the sound of it, because it has that all too familiar drop link rattle. So you can hear it. Rover 75 diesel. Oh yeah. Obvious, wasn't it? Not obvious. There was some sheep in the road there, and there was a lady coming the other way that appeared to be completely oblivious to it. Oh, I've just pulled over so I can give you a quick show. It does need a good clean up in here and stuff, but it's got leather seats, black leather seats, that's a bonus, and a headlining that hasn't drooped. The Rover 75 is grey as it is grey. It's never been a car that I've had a great deal of love for, especially the facelift version, but at least it means it's probably not going to be rotten. But the bit that made me make my mind up is this. Oh, it's the wrong day for doing stuff outside. Why, oh why, oh why does it have to be raining so much? It'll stop as soon as I set off, actually. No. Well, I could do the blowers on. Right, so how does it drive? That's the most important question, as well as how does it look? Because the exterior condition is what I would call average, really. There's nothing major to point out. It's got bits of lacquer peel here and there. The paint could do with a bit of attention. But how it drives? Well, it's got maybe about 5 months MOT on it, so as to be expected, it should be reasonably okay. There's just a bit of a clatter from the drop links, but it does also sound like there's a wheel bearing on the way out, because there's a kind of distant groaning going on. It's comfortable. Oh, there's a bit of a thunk there as well on the lift off of the throttle, so that probably the bottom engine mount has deteriorated, because they do after a while. Brakes are a little bit on the juddery side, but they actually work, and the ride is very soft and floaty, which is what you'd expect from a 75. But because they decided to do away with the anti-roll bar in the back for the later models to save money or something. It doesn't really feel like it has that same sense of fun. This one has it doesn't have the climate control thing on it. It's just got some windy buttons. But does the aircon work? That's the question. We'll find that out in 1 second from now. Might be fabulous if it does. No, don't think so. Now, given this car's price and my urgency to make some money straight away, my decision was made the moment I saw that tow bar, because it could have just been something I picked up just to fling straight back out, but the tow bar, like it has on Thread the Shed, means I can hook it up to the trailer straight away and get rid of some old engines and things. Have a big weigh-in. I'd do that on Monday if I could, but Boaty's come in. Maybe Boaty and I should have a tough work day together. This car was owned by the previous chap for about 11 years, I think he said, and he could have just scrapped it, like many people do, but he just contacted me and said, would I like to take it, which is very nice of him, for less than scrap price. In fact, considerably less than scrap price. I think that's very nice of him. And although the car has been, well, just used as a work tool really, so it needs a jolly good clean up. It needs the electric window switch looking at, which I did a video on last week, and I have a spare one, of course, because of that, so I can just simply replace that over. What it goes like when you put the foot down as well, the typical third gear kind of thing, gets the, oh yeah, quite nicely actually. Yeah, slowed down by a Tesla. If you know me, which you may well do, you'll also know that I have a bit of a soft spot for the underdog, which is exactly why I like Rover in the first place. But then to pick up one really, really cheaply that is just a bit rough around the edges just makes me like it even more. I like a car like this more than one that somebody's been really careful with and really looked after. That's for somebody else. That's for somebody else. I like something like this. Gosh, how many cars do I need? Well, I don't, do I? A plan, an actual plan for this car that I will stick with because it makes sense. I'm going to take this car home. I'm going to use it to clear the yard up because of its tow bar. I'm going to make the money to pay for the car, and then I'm going to sell it on because I do like it, but I'm not going to get attached to it because it's just a facelift model, and facelift models for me are not the ones that I want. Right? No, it's not, and it's a saloon, and I much prefer the estate, which is why I'm so keen on Thread the Shed, I suppose. An early model estate is perfect. Very, very untidy. So thank you very much for watching this, the introduction of a car called Montgomery. Monty for short. Yeah, I've never called a car Monty before. I've known other people who do, but I've never done it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking. Thank you very much for not pressing the unlike button. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Thank you for sharing it with other people if you have done. But most of all, thank you for becoming a channel member. Channel members from 99 pence. Practically anyone could afford that. And it may well help me out if enough of you do it. So thank you and goodbye.